Hello, and today we continue with the ranked videos, and we had just finished off with Kunimitsu, and then we found this wonderful Tekken King who is just one rank above me, so I was gonna get a lot of points for this, and I was on promo match as well, so I had to win this. I super had to win this. How's everyone doing though? Everyone's doing alright? Great, I'm glad to hear that. Now, I was super excited about this promotion match. Like, I didn't think this day would come. And then, with the way things started, when stuff like that happened, I was just like, oh my gosh, oh no, this promo cannot go like this. First of all, what music is playing? Can you change that, please? Something more appropriate. Much better, I can think now. Oh, and that round has already gone. My gosh, like, my heart sank when I realized the kind of horror player I was facing. So I had to kick it up into gear 10. Gear 10, be super safe and super aggressive at the same time. Let's go. Already found one string he's not gonna block, and you'll tell that this string gave me a lot of mileage. He isn't ready for the unblockable either. He's not familiar with the matchup, which just tells me once you see your opponent isn't familiar with some stuff, just know that then you don't deserve to be losing to such stuff. But I got launched anyway, got a decent combo, and now he switched me to player 2. But luckily I've been practicing a bit more on player 2. Nice with punish, let's go. Wait, I don't know why he... Oh, that's another way to tell if your opponent doesn't know the matchup, if they use their offense as defense. I feel like I've said that word very badly. Oh, just rage at, but luckily his is safe, and Ganryu doesn't have a way to, you know, avoid it like some other characters have. He's so lucky to have a safe rage at. In normal situations against such a player, you want to just sit back and like let him expose his flowcharts, because stuff like that, look, just random hits into back one. Like this flowcharts, you have to be ready for them, but then you need time to download them, which rank doesn't give you that time. But I knew he wasn't going to tech there, so at least I got the reset, but for some reason the Western 2 didn't work. A lot of weird things happen in this match that usually work but don't. I'm going to show you some more examples. He's throwing out this backlash very, very much. And I had no idea that that string, the second hit on counter hit, guarantees the launcher. I was so confused when that was happening, but it doesn't matter. You can't let these things phase you. You just need to keep going because you're not dead until you're dead. Here's another free rage out. That's so silly. It should at least be steppable or something. Anyway, wild back 3. He really wanted that comeback or that mix or whatever. Now at this point, I've gathered that he always presses at the beginning of a round, and you always want your final round to be your most explosive round because you want them to... They want to make that comeback, so they're at their most flustered, so you have to overwhelm them even more. Nice duck on it down 3-4. That string really gave me a headache in this set, and he knew how to use it so well. There we go. I knew the headbutt wouldn't armor. Rather, it would beat the armor, but he tried something else anyway. I think it was a back one. That down forward 1-3 is so good. Nice patience. He kept armoring all the time. Nice block on the rage drive, but he doesn't know the matchup. He could have was something 4-4 there, and just like that, I get the promotion. Here we go, Tekken King. I felt so good when this was happening, so good. And I said in the previous video that this was the rank I really wanted to get, but I don't mind ranking up a bit more, because why not? I mean, I am enjoying rank this season. I tried starting with a different counter hit, but it's a bit too slow and it's very unrewarding anyway. Doesn't matter, we're just both pressing buttons. Nice. I was so nervous that even while watching this back, I was like, fuck, am I eating this backlash? Language. I'm sorry, let's go. Combo. Luckily, Ganryu, luckily and unluckily, I mean. Without walls, he doesn't do that much damage, but he has great Oki. Get launched anyway. How does he finish this? Nice choice. Let's go. It doesn't matter. I'm still pressing. You're not scaring me, sir. No. And then I don't think I pressed there, but for some reason I didn't press anything at all. So I neutral guarded the second hit, and so I felt so dumb. Like, am I really attacking King if I'm eating? Horang's down 4-4 at the start of a round. Doesn't matter. 2-1-2 is free on this man. Absolutely free. And you want to take note of such things in your opponents. Like, if they're not, look again, if they're not dealing with something well, then just do it. I mean, come on, it's free, why not? Now, since you can see the bars, you can't tell the connection. This was 4 bar, but it was more of a 3.5 bar, so I was very hesitant to rematch, but like I could tell that Rager gives fantastic okay. I could kind of tell like he didn't know exactly what he was doing, so I was like, why not get some more points off of this man? It's gonna be hard though, so I wouldn't feel too guilty. Like, I'll take advantage of him because on this connection, given the flowcharts he's using, like it wasn't easy at any point. Now you see that setup? For some reason, he is rolling extra far to the right, like super far. At first, I thought it was just me being a bit clumsy with my moves, but like there, you see there? Like he's not supposed to get to my back. I've loved that setup a million times. It's supposed to just like maybe one of the punches connect, but he keeps rolling way too far. And it happens throughout the set. I don't know if it's a stage, it's not a stage thing. I can't explain it. There's some things that just happen only in game and not in practice. I'm glad I got this on film. Nice duck. Elementary. You can react to the sound key of that last time. There's no like mix up. Let's go. TAC1, the fantastic move. Ooh, this is dead. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This. Ooh, Ganryu. If you're to ask me if Ganryu is an honest character, I mean, of course, honest is very subjective, but if you're to ask me if Ganryu is a dirty character, I would be very hard pressed to say yes or no. And it's not just because I main him, or rather, maybe it's because I do main him that I can tell that without this nonsense he has, I don't know what Ganryu would have left. It's a weird type of balancing, nice punish, that is exactly -10 for some reason. Again, -10, but I wasn't ready. It's a weird type of balancing, nice float, but again, the connection doesn't matter. I keep getting distracted by my own self. Come on, like one person at a time, please. Yes, yes, yes. He's balanced in a very weird way. It's like he's just full of cheap stuff, or rather, no, what am I saying? He has cheap stuff. He has like 2, 3 cheap things, but the cheapness of it is so massive that it completely outweighs all his other weaknesses. But then now you just have to play dumb with him. If you try and play like proper Tekken with Ganryu, you're not gonna go far. Look at this nonsense. My gosh, that down 3-4 is so good. I need to start reacting to the stance switch. But then eventually I started trying to react to the stance switch, and then he caught on. Like, it's just perpetual mix-up. This down 3-4 was so suffocating. I don't know why people complain about Leroy's. It's nowhere near as close as Horang's. Especially you'll see like on block. My gosh, I discovered the hard way. Let's go. I'm keeping the combos super simple because 1, I need the Oki, and 2, again, the connection. Not reliable, and I'm 2 rounds down, so I need to make this comeback. And if anyone can make a comeback, it's these fat characters. But Ganryu more so. People say Madak has comeback potential, but oh boy. Oh boy. Madak just has touches of death. Ganryu just turns the tide. Nice! No, I wasn't ready. He is just a tidal wave. Like, he just decides to sit on you all at once with all his weight, and there's nothing you can do. Nice duck, but I wasn't ready. Decent with punish. Let's go, let's go. I've evened the score already. So now he's gonna be a bit too cautious, which again, you don't want to be too cautious in your last round. You want to be as explosive as you can. You see, at least there he didn't roll that far to my back, but it's still not supposed to be that much either way. Nice duck. I'm not launching because I'm gonna get launched. And just like that, oh, back one. I was so sure he was dead. Oh no. No. Not this nonsense. No. Ah, poor guy. Poor guy. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. That's just unfortunate. He wasn't ready. Yeah, when it comes to ranked, it really doesn't matter how you win. And I'm saying this on record now. Win at whatever cost. Rage quitting is, not good. It's unethical. But again, if the game isn't stopping you, I mean, it doesn't matter. You're wasting other people's time for sure, but I'm not talking about rage quitting. That's not what I was getting at. Just ranked is where you just pull out all the stops. That was gonna whiff anyway, so whether I cancel or not, he was gonna launch me. I've lost so much health. I got hit so much in that round. I keep starting, I don't know what's happening. I always have quite cold starts, and I think that's my main weakness. I always start very defensive and cold, and then now I'm being subjected to all this stupidness at once, and I'm not doing anything. So he's having a party. I need to get going so that now it's a bit more even with how we're, It should be a back and forth, not just back, back, back. Let's go. Nice choice with the dick jab. I sidestepped. I saw a move. I thought he would whiff it. But it was a homing armored launcher. Fantastic. Ganryu has cheap stuff, yes. But Hwoarang. Hwoarang. Oh my gosh. I don't even think I can compare. Like the cheap to reward ratio on both of these characters is quite high. But Hwoarang's way more so because all his cheap stuff launches. That launcher, even if I blocked it, it's like what, minus 14? And otherwise, it's a big mix-up. Nice. Will you rage out? Yes. I did the rage out because I wouldn't need rage after at the health he'd be, and I wouldn't need rage to do all that damage. And number two, the Oki of this rage out, like I said before, is really good because it's a mix-up between low and mid. Nothing you can do, and just like that, I didn't need rage for that. I wouldn't recommend that for every character, just the characters who have good Oki and rage outs, which should not be a thing. Like, if I was the one on the receiving end of that, I would be livid. I'd be like, what the hell is this hard? But it's on the character I'm playing, so I'm gonna use it. It's the same way I really shit on rage drives so much, but I'm gonna use rage drives. I have to. I was so sure I launched there. I was so sure I launched there. Luckily he dropped a combo. Will I still? No, I didn't make the comeback. I was so mad. Like, come on, what is this? That's why I can't compare his to Leroy's. Leroy, if he messes it up, he's messed it up. But Hwoarang, he will mess up a million things. Either on whiff, on block, or on a hit, everything is still dangerous. It's just super crazy. Super crazy. The thing is though, it wouldn't really be an issue if there was like an obvious flaw to his game plan. Like when you look at Hwoarang, no one really ranks him as S tier. And if someone would ask you why, I don't even know what you'd say. I don't know why he's not ranked as like a super good character. And then the main problem is his combo damage. His combo damage is really good. He's not even doing the optimal combos. And it's an open stage, so I mean, you can only get so much damage. But his combo damage and his wall carry is just so good for someone to have all these launches. That launcher, that skyrocket, especially from that other stance where it becomes easier for some reason. It's not even a just frame from right foot forward. Why? Let me give you an example of what I mean. See, Ganryu has a lot of plus frames, but he doesn't really have that much when it comes to counter hits. And his main counter hits don't even launch. Like his down 4-2 is his frame trap. He's not like counter hit frame trapping you. But Hwoarang's counter hits, he doesn't have a magic 4, but I think the tools he has are even better because his back 4 is evasive, and then all his armor moves, and then all his safe launches, and look at all these plus frames. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's just like, wow. And this is not even an issue of not knowing the matchup. This is a character who, the more you know the matchup, the worse it is for you. And before, his main flaw was dick jabs. That was his main defense. But now he has a hop kick from that stance. So now what do we do? Where are the weaknesses? Even Ganryu, whose pressure is like really good, has like really obvious like range weaknesses. And sometimes even when Ganryu gets the right read, like there for example, like you're not losing much. You have to be in certain specific situations. Hwoarang, if you mess up anywhere, if it's off axis, if it's back turn, if it's airborne, he is gonna get a lot of damage. And that launch, why is it minus 10? Why is that move minus 10? Ganryu's down 4-2 is minus 11. But if you compare like the range, for example, it's not as much. If you compare the damage potential, it's not as much. And if you compare the mix-up that follows, like the mix-up is between another down 3-4, and then it's just perpetual nonsense. Ganryu will only mix you up with down 4-3, and that's only in your face. Both launches are cheap though, don't get me wrong. Both launches are very cheap. But Hwoarang, look at this nonsense. Hwoarang, you just whiff whatever and you still fine. Nice, I finally got something. Like it's really interesting. I don't know if it's the connection. In any case, I'm not really getting salty. At least I'm punishing that properly. And he's rolling to the wrong side now, so it's not whiffing. I don't know why he changed the side he was rolling, like that would make a difference. During the set, my tenacity stat shot way up, so I found that quite interesting. I felt a bit bad for the guy. Like a lot of stuff was happening, and I'm sure he was just like, I have never seen this before. I don't know what to do. But then why would I feel bad for something like, are you really a Tekken god or a Tekken god prime if you're still asking questions like, what do I do against this character? You know? So I didn't feel bad. Like at this point, if I know your matchup, actually after this set he messaged me. And I get this a lot with Ganryu. I actually get this a lot with many of my characters because I don't really play the more mainstream ones. But I always get, oh, I don't know how to fight against so and so and so and so. I don't know how to punish Nani. I haven't bought Nani. That one I can kind of get. But a lot of the times I get a lot of, I just don't know the matchup and I don't know what to do. And I'm like, that's not my fault. I didn't lose. No, I didn't. How do I put this without sounding so bitchy? I went to the trouble of knowing your character's matchup. Like, during this set, as much as I'm getting hit a lot, when I win, I'm winning because I'm doing the right thing. Because I'm prepared, like there. Like, those moments happening, I wasn't feeling like, oh, I don't know what's happening. Nice block, but again. Anyway. Like, if I lose, that's just me not doing my best. It's not that this is all new to me, I don't know. And then when I get those messages and I'm stuck, you see? Look at me patting myself in the back. I get those messages and I'm just like, what do you want me to do? Teach you? You see, oh, there we go. Oh my gosh, let me show you it again. I have no idea what's happening in this set. That is never supposed to happen. I have never managed to recreate that in practice mode. Somehow he is rolling like extra rolling. Maybe it's some technique he's using, but I've never seen that. Anyway, I was busy being a bit of a bitch. Yeah, I was talking about like when these guys send me messages like, oh, I've never learned how to punish this character of yours. It's like, that's really not my fault, sir. I don't know why you're bringing these woes to me. I'm not giving you back your points because I learned how to punish your character. So there's no way I'm feeling any remorse for you. But I mean, I kind of get it sometimes. Like, I'm really not that cold-hearted. I just wonder what people want me to do, like if they want me to teach them, which sometimes I do. Sometimes if they ask me about a character I've made a video on, I send them a link to my video. Sometimes. If it's like something super specific, like how to punish Chloe's Kali roll, I've made a video on that. I've made a video on that twice. So that one I share. And they keep quiet because they don't really want to lab your character. They don't care. They just want to win. They're just so used to their own characters being so overwhelming and no one knowing how to deal with it that they've never had to like be on the defensive and be like, oh, okay, what I'm doing isn't working. I actually have to play the game, because that's the exact message I get. That's the exact message I got from this Horang player. Anyway, that got a bit ranty towards the end. I don't know why. I guess I never really get a chance to like talk about these things until I'm like here uploading, because usually I just play and then post some screenshots if any and then go back to life as normal. But yeah, it does feel nice kind of letting it out. And that is gonna be it for now. I don't think I'm gonna be ranking up much with Ganryu soon because I'm back in school and I'm still working a bit more now that things are back to normal, so there's less time to just like leave the thing sitting and waiting for matches. So until then, enjoy the screenshots, felt cute, I won't delete. Say hi to everyone.